What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back for another video. Feels like forever, man. We haven't chatted in a while, but we got some breaking news here. Not necessarily some great breaking news, but it's good for Ryan. I guess in a way, I will get into that in a little bit. But yeah, the Lakers and Ryan West officially parted ways. That's a little tough because I really like Ryan West. I was hoping he would be the heir apparent. To his dad, Jerry, here in LA once Rob Pelinka's time was up. But unfortunately, it looks like we are now entering into the Rob Pelinka era, which could be good. He's kind of proved himself this summer, but he still has a lot to prove. The fact that Ryan stepped down kind of took off that safety blanket we had just in case Rob didn't work out. So now it's all out there, man. We lose Ryan West. And I'm going to get into my theory on why I believe they parted ways. I think it's very apparent. Now, I believe it's a good thing for him simply because he's seeking power and he's well respected around the NBA now. This man has been a very respectable voice in the Lakers front office. So I think this was more of a power surge type move where he feels like he should have been moved up. He was obviously here since Mitch Kupchak. Mitch Kupchak was his he was Mitch Kupchak's apprentice, and he took him under his wing and taught him some things here and there. But Ryan really took a lot of advice from his pops. Now, my theory to why they could have split is because maybe the Lakers and Ryan didn't see eye to eye anymore. Maybe since since the Lakers this summer gave the reins over to Rob Pelinka, and Ryan probably thought he was closer to getting that job as a GM. Maybe they felt like there's a better place somewhere around the league for Ryan. And also, maybe the Lakers didn't trust Ryan West with his dad being, playing for that other team in LA that nobody cares about. His father being a voice over there. Maybe they didn't want him colluding together. I don't know. Some people have tweeted me that this is a good thing. Honestly, for the Lakers, all it did is take off that safety blanket we had just in case Rob Pelinka didn't work out. And that's just my opinion. I really like what Ryan West did. People forget to give him credit for D'Angelo Russell. Now, if you guys remember in that draft, it was a two-man draft, allegedly. It was between Karl Towns and Jahlil Okafor. Me, being the scout that I am, I wanted Karl Towns. I knew Karl Towns was going to be the prototypical big man for the Lakers. But when he went number one, a lot of people wanted Jahlil Okafor. Now, I like what Jahlil did in college, but I was afraid because he was a bigger dude who couldn't really stretch the floor that he wouldn't pan out in the NBA. So I was extremely happy when they decided to draft D'Angelo Russell. That's what he's done. He was one of the major people in the front office that was behind D'Angelo drafting because, remember, the front office was sold on Jahlil Okafor. Even Magic Johnson, even though he wasn't a part of the front office, he was saying that it's a no-brainer. It's going to be Jahlil Okafor. A lot of people were sold on Jahlil, but Ryan West, having his father in his back pocket, obviously got some good advice. They saw something special in D'Angelo, and they ended up drafting the better player. I credit Ryan West for that. I think he was one of the voices there in the locker room. Jordan Clarkson was somebody else they credited him for. Now, remember, he's being credited for just those two players. But I believe he had his hand in the cookie jar with a lot of these late first-round draft picks like Larry Nance, guys like that, guys like Zubats, the late picks that actually became pretty decent role players with the Lakers. I think Ryan really had something to do with it. Now, obviously, Joey Buss is going to take the majority of the credit and all that good stuff. But it's just, I don't know, man. This is a tough pill to swallow with Ryan West leaving, but at the same time, I'm happy for him because he's proven himself. He's well respected around the league, and I believe he's going to get an opportunity to eventually become a GM like Masai Ujiri did with the Toronto Raptors. I believe he's going to get that opportunity somewhere. So you got to be happy for him, wishing the best, and of course, we got to thank him because he was very good for us. Very good voice in the front office for us. So when we had instability, I always felt like him and amongst a couple of other people, Bill Burtka, guys like that in the front office were stability when there was chaos. So, wish him the best. But glad to see you guys, man. How you guys been? I've been doing well. I started the league recently. Been playing the league, so trying to get even more in shape to get back, bounce back, and I dropped 16 points my first game. Missed a couple of free throws, could have had 20 easily, but it was fun. Unfortunately, my friend broke his nose, so shout out to Lonnie. Hopefully he gets better. We ended up finishing the game, 4-on-5, and we lost, but the effort was there. We're going to get better. Most of our guys, our bench, didn't really show up. They were working or whatever. So should be fun, guys. Try to win this league, I'm going to do my part for sure. But also, I watched the Clippers. I saw clips. Obviously, I'm not going to watch the whole press conferences. I don't give a dang about the Clippers. But I saw parts that were posted on Twitter, and, man, was it ridiculous. Man, I wanted to talk about that a little bit with you guys, just how Paul George mentioned that, they're not focused in the Battle of LA. They're more so focused on winning the championship. Well, you're going to have to get past us to win the championship, first of all. That's number one. And thing number two is Paul George is so full of crap. He was saying that he grew up a Kobe fan, but a Clippers fan. You couldn't double dip, man. Everybody knows no real Laker fan ever rooted for the Clippers, especially now when they sucked. So, he's just showing his true colors, Kawhi Leonard decided to get funny and throw a little jab at LeBron James. I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but Kawhi tried to say, hey, he doesn't have social media to write a whole, paragraph to the fans, kind of like throwing a jab at LeBron for what the paragraph he wrote on the Players Tribune to Cleveland when he came to LA. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they have their confidence. They're really cocky, but I cannot wait till the season starts and we shut them up. Now, once that schedule drops, I'm going to come on live with you guys. I'm coming on live, and I can't wait to break it down. But I hope we face them first game of the season because I want to smack these guys so bad. But how y'all feeling, man? Y'all feeling confident? I'm very happy with the moves. Obviously, we still have an open roster spot, so that's exciting. That could go to Andre Iguodala or potentially somebody who gets cut around the trade deadline. Anything can happen, but it's crazy that, the Clippers actually believe they're going to win a championship, man. And they now have laid out the groundwork for opening an arena for themselves. And I think, is it in Inglewood? Man, anybody who supports that team, seriously, man, y'all better off packing your bags and getting out of LA because that team is garbage. Have you guys seen their arena? It's so disgustingly ugly, just like their owner. I can't stand the Clippers and their fans. Inglewood, there you go, Inglewood. See, I can't even get the facts right. That's how much I don't care about the Clippers. But I am glad they're leaving Staples Center. However, I would have preferred that they left LA. By them getting a new arena, they're just gonna annoy us for a longer span of time. So, but it would be hilarious if by the time they open their arena in, I believe they said 2023 or 24, they already we're back to being the scrub Clippers that don't make the playoffs. That would be hilarious, But it's just it's one of those things where these fans. This is the thing that really irritates me. Every time I go on Twitter, I see a Clipper fan talking about how we cling on to our history, as if they had any. Right? There's nobody to say that. That's number one. Number two, what are we supposed to have? Short-term memory loss? Do they want us to magically forget all the glory years and all the greatness? That's what makes a fan great, is that you stay loyal to the down years by obviously remembering the glory days and knowing why you're so faithful to a team, because it will repay to be faithful. But of course, they would know nothing about that since they're double dipping all the time. Half the Clipper fans that came back, they were Golden State Warriors last year. They were Golden State Warriors fans. And since they have no history, they want to go ahead and trash ours. But our history, I got newsflash for every stupid Clipper fan that comes into this live stream. Our glory days will never fade away, ever. I don't care how many selfie banners you put in front of our banners. They're still going to be hanging there. And it's still 16 of them. For those of you Clipper fans that can't count to your zero. And LA our way just sounds stupid because there's only one way in LA, and that's the Laker way. That's the championship winning way. And if these fans can't get with the program, they should just bounce, because Laker fans are never going to give them the respect they crave. No loyalty. They're not a loyal fan base. Let's not forget that they never packed the arena, only when they had Lob City or some sort of a contender. Not even contender, a pretender. But they never really pack the arenas like Laker fans do. Laker fans pack the arenas even in summer league. That tells you where our loyalties reside. Number 2, LA our way is the stupidest thing I've ever heard because there's only one way to LA, and that's the Laker way. That's the championship way. Come on, guys. LA our way just sounds ridiculous. You sound like a spoiled child trying to get their way, even though it's not really the right way. You're not gonna get it, dude. You're not gonna get the respect. There's only one way for LA, and that's the purple and gold. If you ain't with the program, then you're weird, man. You were probably dropped as a child, or you're just like a social outcast who sits behind a computer all day. I mean, I can't really see a reason to relate to the Clippers. I keep making these comparisons, guys. I keep making these comparisons, but you know, cheering for the Clippers, all right, and I'm gonna have to just wing this one because I'm running out of comparisons, but cheering for the Clippers, it's like coming to a gun battle with a knife. Why would you do it? It's bad for your own health. You're never gonna win anything. You know, it just gets ridiculous. I don't understand. Somebody please explain to me Clipper fan logic. Like, y'all have no history. Y'all don't have any retired jerseys that I'm aware of. You know, you don't have anything to show for your fandom. Nothing. All you have is Donald Sterling, racist, in your history. You have a crazy Microsoft, guy who's really rich, but he acts like a total lunatic. Have you guys seen the way he acts? Always sticking his tongue out. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to sound too harsh, but I get pedophile vibes from him and Clipper Darrell. I mean, they're both really extremely weird. And I don't want to ever judge a book by its cover, but I had to say it because they're so freaking weird. I just had to throw that out there. I get really, really bad vibes. I wouldn't want my kids around these people. Like, that's how bad it is. But I mean, that's the typical Clipper fan. If you guys ever met a real Clipper fan, they're weird, man. And again, I don't like judging people. That's not what I do. I'm not here for that. But at the same time, it's like, I got to say it because we've been getting disrespected by these weirdos that I got to call them out on here, man. That's it. That's it. I'm tired of it. It's like, yo, y'all got the pedophiles over there in Clipperland. Y'all got the, social outcast misfits and basically everything, all of the above. And that's what Clipper fans are to me. I can't respect. I've never talked face to face to a respectable Clipper fan that just admits that LA is always going to be Laker town, that they're just trying to rent here or that they're just trying to make a little mark or something. If I ever met a Clipper fan that told me that, then I would give him a little bit of respect. But till that day happens, man, they're going to continue to be weirdos to me. I kid you not. But what do you guys feel? Maybe I'm being too harsh on these guys. Maybe I should let Clipper Darrell just be delusional all day. I don't know. Am I being too hard or do you guys relate with me? Do you guys truly believe these Clipper fans, are not as weird, or I don't know, man. I disown anyone I know who's a Clipper fan, period. Yeah, I definitely don't have any Clipper fan friends at all. If I ever met them, trust me, I didn't like them. And I've met several of them working for Amazon. You meet people. But when they say they're Clipper fans, bro, I always say, what the heck is wrong with you? You're from it. Are you, first of all, my first question when somebody says they're a Clipper fan is, are you a LA native? Because if not, then it's understandable, right? If you're from LA and you're a Clipper fan, then you're just weird, straight up. Like, there's no way you could have grew up in the 90s and the 2000s and seen all the glory and just decided, nah, I'll go with the whack team, right? And if you're a new a bandwagon Clipper fan, then you definitely get no respect. Either way, man. But you know what? I'll say this. I don't know if they have any YouTube channels or anything. I don't even know if they have a fan base, to be honest with you. Like, most Clipper fans are scattered all over the place. So I'm not really sure if they even have some sort of a cohesion. I know that their spokesman or the voice of Clipper Nation is Clipper Darrell, and that pretty much sums up their whole fan base. I mean, he goes around just acting like a lunatic in his suit when it's hot, They hide in Mama's basement. That's funny. The Clippers are just talking now. And that's just the thing, man. I've never seen people that talk so bad and they don't have anything to show for it, right? I don't know. What happened to Ryan West? Well, if you're just joining the channel now, I'm going to go ahead and sum it up for you, brother. Ryan West and the Lakers have decided to part ways. I believe it's because the role he wanted is no longer available to him since Rob Pelinka took over the summer. Maybe he had hopes that once Magic stepped down, they would appoint him to like some sort of a higher front office role. But I believe he deserves it. I mean, he shows great IQ. I think he was one of the good voices in the front office, and I wish him the best. I truly do. Except if he goes to the Celtics or the Clippers. Other than that, I wish you the best, Ryan West. Did you see Jerry West say that the Clippers are the best organization he's worked with? He's a snake, Dan. No, I'm not going to talk smack about Jerry West. He's responsible for titles here in LA. He's responsible for putting Shaq and Kobe together. I'll tell you what. He's getting older, man. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has Alzheimer's or something. He forgot about all the glory days or something. Or maybe they're doing some get out type stuff to him over there in Clipperland where they're brainwashing him to say, because everybody knows damn well the Clippers organization, even though their front office looks good right now, has never had any sort of stability, and they're really not that great. Everybody knows it. Maybe he's trying to get the bag, like Laker, Dodger, Cowboy gang says. JL says, Clipper fans. But we've been in the playoffs and Lakers haven't. We talking about the present. History doesn't mean anything in the present, LOL. What's so big about first round exits? Absolutely. And again, I'm not even going to entertain that conversation because you just said it. They pop champagne for making the playoffs. The Lakers don't pop champagne for making the Western Conference, which the Clippers never have. The Lakers only pop champagne when we raising a trophy. And that's what separates greatness from weakness. That's why, worst case scenario, doomsday scenario, everybody in the league gets injured and the Clippers just steamroll their way to the finals and they win a championship. This still is never going to be their city. And that's doomsday scenario, which never will happen. All right? But that's all I'm saying, man. Y'all already heard the track, man. I dropped the track. Y'all heard the track. Y'all know how I feel about the Clippers. I'm just getting tired of addressing them. At this point, they're irrelevant. I hate the Celtics, but I have a little bit more respect for them because they actually have championships to show for it. Clipper fans have nothing to show for it. We shouldn't even address them anymore. He said, and Doc Rivers has underachieved basically everywhere except last year. Now he's a top 3 coach. Now, I will say this. Doc Rivers is a great coach, but let's not forget what the analysts always say. This is a players' league. And last I checked, the Lakers have more players that have been to the promised land and won than the Clippers. Who do the Clippers have that have won a championship other than Kawhi Leonard? Experience matters. I told you guys that last year. When I predicted Toronto Raptors championship, I told you guys they have plenty of experience. They have guys that have been to the finals or won, like guys like Danny Green, guys like Serge Ibaka, Kawhi, obviously. Experience matters, and that's the difference between us and them. We have vets that have put in work in the finals, but they just have one superstar that's been to the finals. If I'm missing any, then that means he's irrelevant. But last I checked, the Clippers don't have a lot of finals experience. There's only one town for the big dogs. There's the LA Lakers. Absolutely. We're not going to share. Here's the thing. People, outsiders that aren't from LA don't understand. I've had people go up to my Twitter and just ask, hey, Dan, how come you guys don't like the Clippers? They're from LA. No, they're not. They're from San Diego. They're obviously biting some Lakers swag. They want to be like us so hard. And there's only enough room for one franchise here in LA in the NBA, and that's Lakers. We don't care about the Clippers, dude. Their history is trash. Their fan base is trash. Their ownership has been trash. Come on, man. Everything. He said, covering up championship banners due to your jealousy. Yeah, that's a good point. That's another disrespectful thing. Why would we like that? Will lead you to never achieve championship. Simple psychology 101. Pulse LED couldn't have said it any better myself. He said, covering up championship banners due to your jealousy will lead you to never, keyword never, achieve a championship. Simple psychology 101. And that's true. If you're worried, this is a funny thing. Even in their press conference, they have to mention us. I don't know about you guys, but last I checked, we didn't mention the Clippers in the Anthony Davis press conference. We made it simply about winning a title and competing for championships for years to come, and potentially making them a centerpiece of our roster. They made it about Battle of LA. They made it about, Kawhi Leonard saying the blasphemy words that they've been better he's checked the last couple of years. Well, here's something I got to say to Kawhi. I mean, how much better have you been? To me, barely making the playoffs and getting eliminated every year is not really better. If anything, the Lakers did a better job of acquiring draft assets, which we used to trade for Anthony Davis, who's going to catapult us over your trash franchise this year and for years to come. Therefore, you didn't really do better. You were a middle of nowhere, a middle of the road team, basically just barely making it, fringe playoff team, only to get eliminated, losing out on a lottery pick. If that's better to you, then hey, Clipper fan logic is ridiculous. That's all I got to say. The Clippers are functional losers. The Clippers are like those parents that tell their kid it's okay to lose. Don't worry about it. And, they hang their little third, fourth place ribbons, and they're so proud of their child even participating. That's what the Clippers and their fans are. Laker fans are those fans that tell their kids, hey, you got to grind harder. It's tough love, right? But it's still love. You got to get better, and we keep it 100. We don't sugarcoat anything. We're not happy with our shortcomings, with our failings. That's the difference between Clipper fans and Laker fans. We'll be like, the front office needs to improve. We'll be critical on our front office. Man, they're just happy just making the playoffs. They're popping champagne. So that's the difference. And therefore, there is no debate on whose city this is. Obviously, winners are created in the gym, right? You got to put in the work. You got to do the groundwork before you get to the top. You're not going to, fourth place championship trophy, hanging, basically being happy with that. And you're not going to all of a sudden catapult to first place just because, So that's all I'm saying. Look. Bottom line is there's so many comparisons I can make to the Clippers and Lakers, but there is really no comparison at all between the franchises. One is class personified. One gives their superstar who gave so much to the city a farewell tour. One gives him a max contract even after he tore his Achilles. The other one promises to retire him only to trade him away that very season, when he signed that 4-year deal or 5-year deal, whatever the case may be. Blake Griffin. Obviously, one hangs championships, the other one hangs selfies. One got delusional fans, the other one has real fans that are hard on their team because we love them. So there's no comparison. He said Lakers are the people that have parents who won stuff but doesn't live up to their past hype. LOL at Dan. What? That doesn't even make sense. Bro, first of all, you got to learn how to communicate. Lakers are the people that have parents who have won stuff but doesn't live up to their past hype. Be specific. Who doesn't live up to their past hype? To their parents' hype? Bro, the Lakers are generational. We've won championships in every single generation. Every single generation. Come on now. Don't start. We've been winning since the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and beyond. That's the thing about you juniors, man. Most of these Clipper fans are probably like 5 years old with that logic. If not, you got to seek some help. I'm telling you, Blue, you got issues, bro. Dan, how do you see the Clippers stretching the floor against us? I don't see the Clippers doing anything positive against us. I see the Clippers trying to rough us up with Patrick Beverley, only to get exposed by somebody like LeBron and AD. I see the Clippers getting off to a hot start in the regular season, but when playoff time comes around, that's when you see their true colors. That's what I see from the Clippers. See, and here's the thing. This guy said we live on our past. Bro, you can't live, period. You can't live on your past, present, or future because you have nothing. You have nothing. Their championship is landing Kawhi Leonard. That's their biggest accomplishment in their franchise history. I heard Clipper Darrell on a podcast. Shout out to my boy, Big Baby Jonathan. He went on there and he tried to stand up for Laker Nation and talk smack to Clipper Darrell. Clipper Darrell just basically made a bunch of noise to drown out the truth. But the truth is that the Clippers don't have a past. They talk about we living in the past. They don't have a past, so they can't live there. They don't have a present. They think they're going to win a championship, but we're about to erase them from the present. And then when Kawhi Leonard and Paul George leave, they're not going to have a future. So they can't live, period. There would be no NBA without the Lakers. Hashtag equals truth. I mean, even if there was an NBA without the Lakers, it wouldn't be the same. But But that's what I would say to Clipper fans, man. Anytime they tell you we living in the past, I'm like, y'all ain't living, period, man. Y'all dreaming. That ain't real life. Wake the heck up. And I don't want to say the bad word, but y'all know what I was going to say. Wake up. So stop dreaming. This is Laker town for life. Even if you got lucky and 29 teams got in a plane crash, God forbid, and you automatically won the title, it still wouldn't be Clipper town. Do you know how horrible that sounds? Just listen to this. Clipper town. Come on, man. I don't even have a good ring to it. Just stop. Stop daydreaming. Stop imagining stuff. Y'all real hilarious sometimes, man. Y'all make me laugh, but then y'all piss me off because y'all try to get really smart. Y'all sound ridiculous. He said, "What's good, Dan? Been watching your channel for a while now. What's up, man? Mike, how you doing, bro? I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the loyalty, man. I appreciate you, bro." He said, "When we win a chip this season, we will be 5-1 in the 2000s, best winning percentage in the century with 17 chips, most in the NBA." Now, there's some history for that Clipper ass right there, man. Wake your punk ass up. Absolutely. He said, "LOL, Blue, you're just bringing out your anger because Warriors dynasty is over. Get a reality check, bro." Exactly. Everybody knows Blue. Everybody knows that Blue was, a Warrior fan till Klay Thompson got injured and Kevin Durant left. Everybody knows that. Come on, Blue. We know that that's not all that's blue, your name, bro. We know below the waist you're really blue right now because you don't get none. Everybody knows that, man. Come on, bro. Get off my channel, man. Obviously, you're here because you either A, don't have a life, B, you're an undercover Laker fan who never got accepted because we don't like bandwagons, or you're just weird, bro. Why are you on my channel? You're a Clipper fan. This is obviously you see that you can't read, right? Clipper fans can't read. It says Dan the Lakers fan, not God, I don't even want to say it. It makes me want to barf. But there you go, Blue. Everybody knows Blue's blue right now. Because he's just upset, man. Clipper fans, they something else. Dan, the Sparks have way better history than the sorry-ass Clippers. Man, and I respect the Sparks. With Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, NECA. I'm telling you, I respect the Sparks. When there's absolutely no basketball to watch, I sometimes tune in to watch them. Now, I haven't done it much this season because I've been really busy, with work and pumping out videos and whatnot. But, yeah, I respect the Sparks. They're in their own league. It's obviously the WNBA, and this is Spark Town for them, right? But definitely Laker Town for sure. Dan, Clipper Darrell needs to get smacked. He's annoying AF. I asked the Lord. I was like, Lord, please don't ever let Clipper Darrell cross the street, man. Not in front of me when I'm driving. That's all I got to say. Y'all heard the song. I truly, I'm not a killer, man, but I'm telling you, Clipper Darrell really pushes my buttons. Like, he's really annoying. He's beyond annoying. He's not even knowledgeable. If you guys ever hear his origin story, he said, I think he got fired from his job. That's when he became a Clipper fan because they sucked and he wanted to cheer for the underdog. That's not a really good origin story. Instead of, cheering for the Lakers, who could have gave you hope and something to cheer for, this idiot went and basically drowned in his own sorrow, watching the Clippers. So that's Clipper Darrell, man. We should call him Clipper Dummy. From this day forward, I have renamed Clipper Darrell into Clipper Dummy. That's what he is. He's a clown. He is a clown. He said, remember when the Clipper Darrell tried to switch it up and Laker Nation told him to take his ass back? Yeah. Yeah, we definitely don't want any kind of, first of all, obnoxious and annoying bandwagoning fans like that. But Clipper Darrell, he wasn't even welcome in his own arena. Let's not forget he got banned by the Clippers before. And not a single player stood up for him, and that's for a reason. I don't blame them. I mean, would you want a Clipper Darrell type as your fan? He's an embarrassment. He said to come home and the Flippers were playing. Something like that. Yeah, either way, whatever his story is stupid. Like, how can you get inspired from watching the Clippers? Seriously. I don't care if they had, square-headed, marshmallow head, Elton Brand or E.T. phone home, Sam Cassell, or, whoever they had. They've never been that impressive to the point where you should become a fan. They've never done nothing for their fan base. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's weird, man. It's like being asked to pick any car and not going for an exotic car, going for like a putt-putt, a Volvo or something. That's what being a Clipper fan is like. And Hey, if that's what you want to do, do you. But please don't disrespect the Lambo. Please don't do that. You know, I have the Bucks going to the finals. I have Philadelphia and the Lakers in the finals. But I mean, it wouldn't shock me if Giannis makes that leap. He does have to get a jump shot and hit his free throws, and the rest of the team's gonna have to step up. But to me, the reason why I don't put the Bucks in the finals is because I don't feel like they got better. They lost Mirotic, they lost Brogdon. If anything, they got a little bit worse. Not too noticeably worse, excuse me, but just a little bit. He said, if you ever see a Flipper fan online, click his profile. 99%, he is not from LA. There you go. There you go. And I'll never click on a Clippers fan's profile, man. That's a waste of time. He said the Flippers are shady. They said Blake Griffin was going to retire a Flipper, and they shipped his ass out of there. And I actually felt sorry for the Clippers for Blake Griffin, because think about it. He made that franchise kind of relevant with the whole Lob City thing, and this is how they repay him. But, hey, trash franchise. That's what they are. He said, don't matter. We sweep it all the way. I'm not worried about the Clippers. I'm actually more – and I wouldn't use the word worried, but I think that the Denver Nuggets are going to be the most competitive opponent we will face in the playoffs. I really believe that with my whole heart. Watch out for Denver. Denver could potentially push us to 6 or 7. That's how good I think they're going to be. They have a young talent. They have a young up-and-coming star in Jokic. Jamal Murray, as much as I hate him, he's a knockdown shooter who could take over games sometimes. Gary Harris, they've been drafting really well. So I actually kind of respect the Nuggets a little bit. Portland, that's going to depend on Whiteside. Whiteside is very immature, so it's going to depend on what kind of energy he comes with. But y'all know how I feel about Dame and CJ. You know, I'm a big fan of both of those guys. They're really, really good. Yeah, the West is going to be tough. I'm not saying they're not going to be tough, but we should handily beat everybody except Denver. Denver again. And I'm pretty good at making these early in-year predictions, right? But y'all heard it here first. Watch out for Denver. I know a lot of you guys know basketball. And you probably already knew that. But just in case you didn't, watch out for Denver. Dan, did you see we signed Kostas, the young Greek freak? Dude's a real deal, bro. Yeah, I saw that, man. And I do like him as a prospect. I think that was a dual motivation signing. Obviously, we're recruiting his brother in 2021. So that partially had to do with that. But I do like his potential, and I hope that he pans out with us. He's very athletic. He's explosive. I like his size. Yeah, it should be fun, man. It should be fun. Hopefully him and Marvell develop properly. We got some really good player development coaches. So I think him, Kuzma, Marvell are going to really benefit from that, as well as maybe even Anthony Davis could add something to this game, because you're never too old to improve your game. Never, ever. Think about it. Kobe was still improving in his 30s. He was adding drop steps. He was adding the dream shake, stuff like that. So then how do you feel about, he said, let me read this one. Let me scroll up. He said, Dan, how do you feel about superstars like Dame wasting their prime on teams that will never contend? Well, it's his decision, man. It's what's best for him and his family. So at the end of the day, I respect him for it. He's loyal to his franchise. Go for it, man. And he doesn't disrespect anybody. There's nothing I could say bad about Damian Lillard. He's a humble dude, and it's always Dame time. Every time I'm watching him in the playoffs, it's really exciting. So, yeah, I mean, that's his decision. If he wants to, he's still getting the money. He's still competing. He's competitive enough where he's not unhappy yet. But I don't doubt that the day will come where their window will potentially close with Dame hitting his 30s, and they'll try to, it's a business is what the NBA says. But when players request a trade, then it's a problem, right? But, they'll try to trade him just like they did Russell Westbrook in OKC. Nobody believed me. I've been saying Russell Westbrook should get traded probably like 2 seasons ago. I knew they weren't going to compete for anything. And I said they're better off trading him away somewhere where he can compete and maximizing the draft assets they get in return for him. That's what they did. So they could have did it 2 years ago, because honestly, last year was a waste. But I'm going to tell you right now, Damian Lillard, he is an extremely good player, man. He reminds me of actually a player they had there a while back, which is Brandon Roy, who unfortunately had some knee problems. But they're both clutch players who hit some big-time shots, and they're both fun to watch. Portland, has a knack for drafting very good underrated guards. Remember, I believe Damian Lillard was number 6 out of Weber State. Nobody really saw him dominating like that coming out of college. So that's interesting. And then CJ was a late, was it a mid first round pick? I don't remember. But bottom line is they're very good at drafting guards. Now, too bad they didn't draft Kevin Durant instead of Greg Oden. But hey, Greg Oden was one of those people that came around only once in a while, and everybody, including myself, thought he was going to be a beast. Unfortunately, injuries got in the way, but can't blame him too much for that. He said Damian Lillard hit that shot in Paul George's face. Damian Lillard, and this is why he has my respect, he's single-handedly responsible for ending the Oklahoma City Thunder with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. So you got to respect Damian Lillard. I mean, he basically put them in their place. They're really cocky. Paul George especially, the way he rejected the Lakers, I vowed to hate him off the court and on the court for the way he disrespected our squad. And now I definitely really do hate him with it now that he's a Clipper. So he said, who would you start a team with, Lillard or Curry? That's a hard question because I prefer Lillard as far as heart goes. But obviously, Curry has a better jump shot. But I still think Lillard is more clutch. I guess the right answer would be Curry. But my heart wants to say Damian. So I guess you have to go Curry just because of his effectiveness. One's a champion, one's not, even though one has played for a more stacked team. Jameson Mesa, thank you, brother. I appreciate the donation, bro. He said, agree with the Clipper fan base are dealing with little brother syndrome because LA will always be Laker town. Yeah, obviously, they're like the little brother who's screaming for attention because they feel slighted, but nobody's going to give it to him because nobody likes a kid that throws tantrums and acts like a retard. Nobody likes that. Excuse my language. I don't mean to say that, but nobody likes somebody who acts spoiled and ridiculous. So obviously, the Clippers are pretty much. This is not ever going to be Clipper town, man. They're better off moving off to Seattle, or how about? I mean, there's plenty of cities that could use an NBA team, right? In my opinion, so they're better off, man. They're going to find that out sooner or later. Right now, they're really confident with this new billionaire owner, and they want to try to overshadow us, but it's not going to happen. That's the whole LA our way is just a disrespect to the Lakers, like saying, "Yo, this is a new era, and we're doing it our way." What are you doing your way? Sounds really stupid. How many chips will LeBron win with the Lakers? I predict 2 championships. Now he has 3 seasons left. If he opts into his final season, I predict at least 2 out of these last 3. But we'll see. Time will tell. Hey, Dan, we're good. Wish the best for Ryan. # thank you. Absolutely, man. And that's exactly why I love Laker fans. That's class personified. Clipper fans will probably say, something along the lines of good riddance or something like that. Nah. Laker fans, we stay classy, man. We're thankful. For those that have contributed positively to our franchise, we're thankful. For those that have contributed negative to our franchise, we're not thankful. Dwight Howard's of the world, we're going to talk smack on them and forever dislike them. The Jimmy Buss of the world, people like that, obviously, we're going to disrespect them because they disrespected us and our intelligence. So he said, Clippers really need to get their ass out of LA, go to Seattle. Seattle's a great, loyal fan base. They would actually, I believe they'd make good money in Seattle. There's no real fan base here for Clipper fans. I mean, if they sell out arenas now, it's only the bandwagon fans or people that come from out of town that want to see, obviously, Kawhi Leonard. You always have the tourists in LA. So don't be fooled. If they sell out arenas, it's only because of their newfound success that they're about to have or whatever. But it's not going to be something permanent like LA, like the Lakers. Yeah, Zion signing with Jordan was a good look for him. That's a great look for him, man. Jordan got himself his athlete, and Zion doesn't have to worry about the marketing and none of that. It all gets taken care of. So I don't know if you guys read the news, but Lonzo has just sold his $4.3 million warehouse in LA for Big Baller Brand. So I don't know what that signifies for Lonzo and his brand, but I think he's realizing he made a mistake and listening to his pops. And, like they say, parents don't always know best. Sometimes they do, but not at all the time. Sometimes you got to make your own decisions as an adult. So I think he found that out the hard way. And then with his father, trusting that Allen guy and them losing so much money, that was a hard lesson for a young player like that to learn. And then he got traded. I also contribute that, not just to the fact that obviously we wanted Anthony Davis, but I do contribute the decision have been made easier by the fact that his dad continued to flap his gums and just talk smack. I know some of you guys don't agree. And, shout out to all the good parents out there, the ones that care for their children. Obviously, I like LeVar coming out at first. But once he started just disrespecting the franchise and he didn't keep true to his promise and saying he was handing over his son to the franchise, that's when he messed up. He said, Dan, you playing 2K20 this year? Yeah, I definitely will, man. And shout out to the winners. I already reserved their game, man. I can't wait. Hopefully, the one that has Xbox, I'll probably get the game with you, man. I'll probably send you my gamer tag with your game in the mail. So that should be fun. Dan, I've been in a consistent battle against Clipper fans. They really think they own LA. Is that what he said? Let me see. They're better than us. Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. They've been thinking they're better than us since Elton Brand, Catino Mobley, Corey Maggette days. And have they really won anything? Do they have anything to show for it? No. So let them think whatever they want. To me, success is not defined by making the playoffs at all. Because if that's the case, then 16 teams every year should be treated like champions, right? But they're not. We only celebrate one champion at the end of the year. This year was Toronto. Next year, this upcoming year, is going to be the Lakers. So, He said, I smacked the Clippers by 50 points in 2K. Yeah, man. I mean, it's the Clippers. Dad, did you hear Kawhi say he was never a Laker fan? Well, I mean, that kind of explains the weirdness. Obviously, Kawhi has always been a humble dude up until now. For some reason, he feels disrespectful and he wants to talk smack. But, that explains his awkwardness. Y'all see how awkward the kid is, man. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. The kid is awkward. I mean, I've been on the record many times as saying this. You would never peg Kawhi Leonard as a superstar if you didn't see his body of work, because he doesn't exuberate the confidence that it takes to be that, to be a superstar. Normally, superstars are confident, self-confident in themselves. They're well-spoken and all that. Kawhi is not. He's awkward. So, I mean, if he was a Clipper fan, then it's pretty much self-explanatory. What did I mention in the beginning of the video about Clipper fans, right? I don't mean to sound like a hater or nothing, but it's just the truth, man. They've shown their true colors now that they've got Kawhi and Paul George. They've shown their true colors. Hey, why do Clipper fans try to pull the community card compared to the Lakers? That's a good question. Recently, there were some people with the check mark symbol on Twitter saying that, the Clippers give back to the community or whatnot, so they're better than the Lakers for some reason. Lakers have done nothing but give back. Nothing but. If they don't mention that, that's because they're not paying attention. And that's the truth. He said, Copier's press conference was in Watts. Yeah, because they don't have a real building, man. They know they're not going to be welcomed in our arena, obviously. They're not going to be welcome in our new, state-of-the-art arena where all the players come and work out. Heck no. I never want to see a Clipper in there. Now, the Lakers might be classy and still allow some Clipper players to go in there. But if I was Jeannie Buss, I'd say, if you're a Clipper, you're Patrick Beverley, you're Kawhi Leonard, you're Paul George, you don't get to come in here. Not in our arena. Go and work out at the local rec center or whatever, wherever your services are accepted. Here, I would put a red caution tape. No Clippers or fans in here. Period. He said, Dan, did you see the Flippers are finally gonna move out of Staples? Yeah, that's good news. That's great news. But it's gonna take till 2024. We still have to see their ugly mugs and their selfies in Staples Center when we play them. Till 2024, man. Speed up the process, man. Speed up the process. These guys are clowns. They should go play at Chuck E. Cheese or somewhere, man. We're not trying to see them in Staples Center and disrespecting our flags, our banners, our statues, man. What happened to Jerry West's son? They decided to part ways with the Lakers. Again, the backstory hasn't come out yet. If there's any updates, I'll definitely come on live and break that down for you guys. But for now, it's basically mutual decision to part ways. From what I'm hearing, I believe Ryan West wanted a bigger role, and obviously, Jeannie Buss handed the reins over to Rob Pelinka, so that's why I believe he finally left. Update on Iggy. There's no updates on Iggy as of right now. He still belongs to the Memphis Grizzlies, and we'll see if he gets bought out. If he doesn't, there'll be other options. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. He said, I disagree with your respect for Jerry West. What amount of money would convince Kobe, Kareem, James Worthy, Shaq to join the Flippers? Answer is no amount. That's not what Jerry West did. Jerry West didn't just pay Kobe Bryant. Jerry West scouted him. Jerry West made sure to trade Vlade Divac for Kobe Bryant back when Vlade was an all-star and Kobe was a no-name. Jerry West landed guys like Shaquille O'Neal. Jerry West helped facilitate the trade for Pau Gasol. So we owe that man. Laker fans should never be disrespectful to Laker legends. I don't care who they work for. You can't. We don't disrespect Shaq just because he played for the Celtics, do we? No, he's still known as a Laker legend. Obviously, Jerry West is, he's probably having some midlife crisis or something. I don't know, some late life crisis. I don't know why he's saying this stuff about the Clippers being the better franchise he's worked for, but that's his opinion, and I'm not going to hold him. I'm not going to hold it against him for his opinion. I'm not a Clipper fan. We're not psychopaths over here, man. That's his opinion, and so be it. But it is what it is. All I'm going to say is, Jerry West did great things for the Lakers organization, and for that, I'm forever grateful. His son helped draft good players, trade chips that eventually became guys like Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You can never. You said I misunderstood what you said? Oh, okay. Well, all I read was disagree on Jerry West and the amount of money. So my bad if I misunderstood, but I just want to make that point clear because there's some people that disrespect Jerry. We can't live in the moment. We're Laker fans. We supposed to remember the glory and always be thankful for that because we're not really that spoiled, guys. Yeah, they call us spoiled and all that, but we're grateful. We can't really take away from Jerry. What he did here, amazing. And he's going to go down as one of the best executives ever. Everywhere he goes, he helps rebuild those franchises. Even his short stint in Memphis. People always make fun of that trade with Pau Gasol. He got some good pieces there in return. He got Marc Gasol out of that trade. Let's not forget. Future draft picks, all that good stuff. So, shout out from the Philippines. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Shout out to Jarek from the Philippines. That's what's up, man. Yeah, nothing new on Iguodala as of right now. If it breaks, I got you guys. Trust me. You guys don't even have to ask. I will be right here live talking about it. But it might take a while till they come to an agreement. He said Ryan West only did two things: draft D'Angelo Russell and Jordan Clarkson. That's it. Well, at least that's what they're telling you. But let's be quite frank. If he did more things than that, since he just left, they're not going to give him credit for that. Obviously, the Buss family is going to want major credit for most of the young players we've drafted. So don't be fooled. I believe he was a great voice in the front office. I always used to see him at the pro-am scouting, and stuff like that. So I think he was great for us, man. And not to mention he had the great Jerry West in his corner to give him advice. So that's not all he did, man. Jerry West, the GOAT, but he's still the enemy right now. That's fine. Call him enemy and all that. Just don't disrespect his previous greatness. Because what he did for us, man, I don't think any other GM would have did what he did for us. I really don't. How's your weekend going so far? My weekend is going good, man. How you doing, Lakers world? You know what? My weekend is going really good right now. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate that. He said, Dominican Republic with you, bro. LA Lakers champions 2020. Shout out to the Dominican Republic. That's what's up. Now, I don't know if it's the same thing. It's probably not, and I don't want to insult your culture, but Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, I'm not sure if it's Puerto Rican food or Dominican food. Either way, it's freaking bomb, man. Arroz con gandules. I love it, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, no disrespect. But, I used to know some people, I used to cook it, some neighbors, and they used to share with us. It was so bomb, man. Bomb, 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 bomb. Y'all make some bomb food. He said, again, Jerry West is a former Laker, right? So are Kobe and Shaq, etc. My comment was, what amount of money would have convinced any of these guys to join the enemy? My answer, no amount. Okay, I guess I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that we shouldn't give Jerry West a pass for the money he took to join the Clippers. Well, I'll tell you this. Jerry West tried to join the Lakers. So if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at our front office because they didn't want to take him back. Because Jerry West may seem humble and all that, but trust me, he has an ego. He comes in trying to do certain things, trying to move certain pieces. And if you don't trust that, and if you want full credit, here's the thing. The Buss family try to step out of Phil Jackson's shadow, Jerry West's shadow. Why? Because the media will never give them credit for winning, as the Buss family, which is what they're trying to do for their pops. If they ever had those powerhouses in the house. So what they're trying to do is accomplish something on their own. That's obviously why they stuck with Rob Pelinka, because he's not well known. And I am extremely sure of that. I've read plenty of articles on that. People have reported that. I'm telling you, Jerry West wanted to be a Laker. He really did. There was plenty of articles written that he wanted to come back. He wanted to come back. And the Lakers didn't take him back because, like I said, as humble as Jerry West is, he obviously doesn't want to be the logo on the basketball. He's very humble and all that. Trust me, man. Every dog has their day, and I'm telling you, Jerry West will want to take over as GM with the Lakers, and he is well qualified. You tell me you're going to be the person that tells Jerry West no if you hire him? Absolutely not. Jerry West is like Santa Claus, man. He just keeps giving and giving and giving. How you gonna reject Santa Claus when he tries to come in the door, right? Hypothetically speaking. So, I'll leave you guys with that thought, though, man. That's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys for joining me today. Just wanted to break the news with Ryan West, Jerry West's son, parting ways with the Lakers. I overdid it. I think I went a little too long this time. But, man, it's so good. It feels so good to talk to you guys basketball, man, with some real logical fans, not Twitter Clipper fans and stuff like that. It feels good to have our own little corner here where we break stuff down, man. So thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way up. On the way out, I'm sorry. And you already know I got you guys. Anything happens, I keep my ear low to the ground, and I'll be the first one here with you guys reacting live. Again, have a great rest of your weekend, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.